Hi there, Z here, and I'm sorry about putting out another one of these type of easier videos here. Pretty much what's going on in my life is, hey, Halloween's coming up. I fucking love Halloween, so I decided to do something a little bit more special for you guys for the next upcoming videos. But then I realized I don't have a budget for any of this. I don't have a budget to buy like a really neat costume or put lights on in the background or anything else like that. I really don't have anything for that. So the thing I thought best thing I could do is put out more content for you guys, at least. So I have a Halloween themed like video game and movie review coming up, and it's taking a little bit longer because now that the wedding is like 2 months away, it's really it's getting down to the crunch time where we have to start talking to people and buying shit and setting everything up. So I just didn't have enough time. So instead of going, I don't know, another week and a half without you guys even hearing from me, and I finally decided to pull the noose hard enough for me to fucking start hanging like a chandelier, I decided that maybe I should just do another self-deprecating fable. I'm one beer in and I'm already starting to talk in tongues here. But if you guys don't know what that is, if you're new to this whole thing, pretty much what is going on is I hate story time, but I have a lot of fucked up stories that I think other people would find humorous to listen to, so I say them. But I refuse to use the word story time because I think it's the dumbest fucking thing ever and it bothers me so much. So I don't call it that. Call it Self-Deprecating Fable, and I'm going to say another one today, which is now one that I'm really proud of, and it's been years since this has happened. I'm still not proud of it. I could see the humor in it, and I'm just, hold on, I'm just gonna get into this one step at a time. As you guys know, this is not edited, so if I start stumbling over me or I'm jumping back and forth, forgive me. But this is when I accidentally laughed at a mother and her dying child. Prepare for hilarity at my behalf. So it all really starts when I was working at a bank and I was a collector. Worst fucking job ever. It's just, if you want to see people hate your guts and you have no real reason for them to hate your guts besides you're calling them to ask for money, sounds like a good enough concept of why they hate you, but you're not doing it so you can get the money. It's because it's your fucking job. But if you ever want a job like that, be a politician or be a collector, because they pick up the phone. Hi, this is Zach. This is Zach from Production Banks. How are you doing? Hey, go fuck yourself, okay? Go fuck yourself. I paid my bills. Boom. And it's like, but you didn't. You're like 16 months behind it. I'm just doing my job here, sir. I shouldn't say sir. It's men and women can be dill holes when you call them. But I was being trained. So this was at the very beginning of me being a collector. Scary time. Especially since I went from like retail, where I got yelled at some of the times, to bank collector, where you get yelled at 90% of your phone calls. It hardened me up a lot, but the beginning was terrifying. It was horrifying, because I like confrontations now, but back in the day I didn't. This was like 5 or 6 years ago, so it was a while. And I had this really nice guy who was training me. He said, don't worry about it, man. We got this. Put on the second headset. I'll teach you how to do it. I'll do like 5 calls, then you can do 1. I'll do 4 more. You could do another one, 3, and then you'll just work your way in. And I said, okay, put on my headphones, and he had a silver tongue, this motherfucker. This motherfucker had one hell of a silver tongue. I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah, it could be a really hard time. My grandmother went through chemotherapy. Yeah, it was a really tough time here. And I realized that the last thing you need is someone calling you and bothering you with 6 calls a day. Why don't you just pay me this amount of money? I can guarantee you for the next week, you won't get any more calls. And it's just like, if you sell a vacuum that actually dirties my carpet, I would still buy that vacuum from you. He knew exactly what he was supposed to do. And it was great. He made it sound like it was so easy. It's like, I'm going to go on there, I'm just going to talk to them like a normal human being, and they'll give me money. My call came up, did not go that way. I had a guy who said, excuse me, can you go look outside? And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, just talk. And I'm like, I can't go outside, sir, I'm working. I would like you to go outside to your mailbox. I'm like, Motherfucker, the payments aren't even processed here. This is a call center. I'm just calling you. I want you to go outside and check. Look for my name. Check to see if I sent you something, and then stop fucking calling me. I'm like, sir, I can't stop. It's a system that keeps calling you. I'm just here to go outside and fuck it. And then the guy hit the button, and I'm like, I swear to God, that guy was going to send me a bomb threat over the fucking phone. Oh my God. He's like, it's fine, let me do the next 4, and he was really nice. And up at about the 3-to-1 mark, where he had to take 3 calls and I took 1, oh boy, nice lady. You could tell she was distressed, but obviously I'm here to collect money, not to ask him what the fuck is happening. And I said, hey, you're this many times behind on your rent or on your bills. Is there anything that you could pay today? Yes, I think I can. I'm really sorry, And it was around Christmas time. It was probably a month before. And she's just like, yes, I'm sorry. I was really busy. I'm like, oh, no, that's fine. I'm just excited because the last 2 calls I had were just people who would rather kick me in the fucking face and rip out every individual teeth of mine than pay me a cent. It was awful. But this lady was like, nice. So I'm like, oh, get a nice breath of air in. Nice exhale, stress out. She was gonna pay. She didn't pay because she was busy for the last few months. Okay, yeah, fine, whatever. Okay, that's cool. And she's like, yeah, and I just, I'm really sorry. And I have, as you can see, I've been paying every month. It's just a lot of things have gone, different. I had to worry about people coming over to my house for Christmas, and I had to pay for things. I got my son a transformer, and I'm just like, yeah, that's great. And I heard clip, and I could feel the guy who was listening on my conversation. I could see his eyes wide open. He was a black man, so when their eyes get big, you could definitely. He was sitting right behind me, and I'm like, huh? And she, this was a time when she was getting her thing, so all I had to do was just listen to her talk and say what she was busy for. And I looked over at him, and he's just, why did you laugh at that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? She was getting stuff for her son. How great is that? What did you? And he clicked it again. He's like, keep talking to her. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can take your information. Yeah, banking and routing number. And yeah, sure. And at the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know what I did. I'm so scared. I thought I was doing well this call. I thought I was doing well. And it was just, I was typing it in. And I'm like, okay, we'll just wait for 1 to 2 minutes while this whole thing processes. And I'll give you a final transaction number. Okay, thank you very much. And she was much quieter now. And I didn't quite understand. So he hit the button again, and he said, you have to be very careful about what you say now. I'm like, what did I do? I didn't say anything. I laughed at her getting a transformer for her kid. He said, she did not say she's getting a transformer for her kid. She said that her kid is having a blood transfusion for his, I think it was cancer or leukemia or something like that. I'm like, oh no. I was nervous. This is my first time. It's my 3rd call. I'm nervous. I'm sorry. And he's like, don't bring it up. Just finish the call. She didn't get mad. She didn't seem like she wanted to talk to the manager. Just finish the call and we'll switch off. And I'm like, I can't just oh yeah, I laughed at your kid. That's great. Leukemia is hilarious. So I got back on the phone and I'm like, yeah, your transaction number is blah, 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 blah. And I am so sorry. I did not mean to laugh at your kid getting that transfusion. And she's like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm like, no, I thought you said Transformers. I love Transformers. I watched it as a kid. That's what I was trying to say. No, it's fine. It's been really hard. Everyone coming to the house to see him if things go bad. It's like, that's what you were saying before. It wasn't just holidays coming up. It's everyone's here in case my kid dies. Oh my God. And I was like, please, just if I could give you money, I would. Can we just stop this transaction? I'll just give you back your money. You obviously need it more. Oh God. Positive note though. The trainer who trained us and is still training for the same shit, he brings us up every single classroom. So I'm known as the guy who laughs at sick kids. But in a good way, because he twists it in a type he still got the payment. She was okay with him. You just got to be nice and kind to the customer and all that corporate jazz. But, terrible time. Awful time. That was the worst job I've ever had in my entire life. And that's not that might have been the worst one. I mean, that was the worst thing that I did in that job, but it's not the worst outcome. There's been plenty of bad outcomes in that job. But there you go. This one's a nice short one to keep you guys over. In case you don't like these type of self-deprecating fables, then I guess that's just the way it's going to have to be. If you did enjoy it, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it that much because this is all really just terrible for me. Just awful. Shouldn't have even said it to begin with, but it's going online where it's going to be there forever. I hope you guys have a great day, and if I don't put out the videos in the appropriate amount of time, have a happy Halloween. Have just a great spooky... And my dog's chasing the cat. Cheers, guys.